Hey guys, it's Jess from My Magical Planner, and today we're going to be doing my dashboard for the month of September. And before we get into that, I think what we should do is go and take a look back at last month's dashboard and talk about what worked and what didn't work. So I'm going to flip back to August here. So here I had a no spend, and the idea was that I was going to mark off each day that I didn't spend. Yeah, that didn't work out so well for me. I have issues with no spend. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, didn't work, but it was a nice try. And then over here I have, my YouTube stuff. I feel like I want a little bit more space for this, so I think I'm going to move it down. And back to school shopping, complete, check. Let's see, follow the diet to a T and log it. Well, I did pretty good about following it for the most part. I still have a Dr. Pepper problem, but logging it, I kind of fell off the rocker there because I usually log in my Hobanashi. So just to give you an idea here. So I log some of the time and then I fall off, and I haven't logged since the 25th just because school stuff got so crazy. So I'm hoping to get back on that trend. It's going to have to be, it's a continuous struggle for me. I don't know why, but I need to get back on the trend. And I think with the kids back in school, it'll be a little bit easier because I won't have quite so many things to think about. So there's that. Walk my street 2x a morning. Yeah, that I ended up getting, my hip started really hurting. So I went and saw someone about my hip, and I'm doing PT now. So the walking 2x kind of got put on the side until I get the hip taken care of. The water first is kind of going okay. I'm not drinking as much as I originally was, and I need to do a little bit better of a job of that. But the more stressed out I get, the more I rely on that Dr. Pepper because it's kind of my vice. And the time to rest the last 2 weeks has not really been there. There's just been a lot going on. I have a friend who's currently in the hospital, and she just had a baby. She had to have emergency surgery after baby, and baby had surgery on Friday. So there's a little bit of stress associated with that. And then I have another friend who's just going through a rough time. So the combination is just, plus the beginning of school has been really stressful for me. So as far as video ideas, I incorporated some of these, but not all of them. Catch up on old classes. Yeah, that didn't really happen that much, but I still want to do that. As far as the learn voiceover, so I've watched videos, I know how to do it. I haven't actually done it. And 1 video a week, I have pre-recorded for this next month to be able to do that. So I'm not sure if that's considered a check off or not, but it's moving in the right direction. So that's kind of a look back at August. Now let's try and set up September. So every month these change just a little bit. There are some things that stay constant and some things that switch out depending on the needs of the month. So I'm going to start with this page. And the first thing I want to do is, of course, put my month at the top. So I am going to use the leftovers of my Sadie Stickers August kit. And I have these bowstrung boxes by the Giving Girl out here because I think they go really well. If you missed this plan with me, I'll try and link it up above for you so that you can go back and see how I use the rest of the kit. Okay, this kit came with a September script, if I can find it. There we go. So we have September right here, and I know I want to put something kind of floral behind it, and I may want to even put it on a box. I'm not positive yet, but I would want a bigger, I think would one of the both boxes fit? I'm not even sure. They're a little tall. I think they're going to be too tall. Ooh, but I do have this one that I could put in there and then add a little bit of deco maybe on the side. Do I like that? I'm not sure. So So that's an option. I also have these that I could use. That might work really well, actually, if I just use one of the scallops and add a little bit of floral to it. I think I might like that. So we're going to go with, I think, blue or pink. Ooh, hard decision. So I think either one of these two. I'm going to go blue. So I'm going to take my September, and I'm actually going to lay it across here, I think, on the sheet, as long as it fits. Actually, I think I might want it up there after all first. The nice part is I can peel this off and then put my September while I'm waiting right in the space where it was, and kind of set this at the top. That's what I think I want to do. I could do it the other way too, couldn't I? Because I have a line there. Oh, I think I might like that. No, wait, it's going to go off the page. Okay. So we'll go like this. And then I want some deco. So I'll just lift up the edges and kind of put in some deco. I've been watching a lot of Shantae Plans, and I also purchased her Patreon. So I'm learning a lot about layering from her, and I think it's really fun. Making this really big floral. Maybe if I cut it in half. You know, I'm gonna preemptively say I'm going to cut it in half, because I know I'm not going to use the full sticker, and I want it to have that nice crisp edge. So we're going to cut it, I think, this way. Oop. Okay, so I think that was all the way across. Oh, and I went through the paper. Because of all the intricate edges, I'm just being really careful when I pull it up so I don't tear anything off by accident. Oh, that's such a pretty floral. It really is. I'm debating, do I want to just put one over here? But hold on. Let's do this side first, right? I get so much. But it is too big to just go on top of that, because it'll completely take that away. Maybe the other side would be better. But hold on. I think I want to put this side over here. Maybe right there. And then I do have scissors that I use. I like these little cutter bee ones. And I can just take it this way and kind of trim that off. Oh, these ones must be getting a little dull. They didn't cut quite as nicely as it usually does. So I might come back and use that. So I'm going to put it to the side. So this side is a little smaller. So maybe if I lift this up just a little bit here on the edge, I can kind of play with what it'll look like underneath. Like maybe if I cut it in half, maybe that would be good. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then let's look at this. If I were to put you, she always has such a good way of doing this. Where she can just kind of like see what it looks like underneath, and it always looks just right. Oh, I think I like that. Even though it comes down a little bit into this, I can always trim that off if I want to. And then, Well, one of the things she was talking about is always doing it on a diagonal from her last one. So maybe I don't put anything up there, or I put something small. Maybe this leaf. I ripped it. Shoot. It stuck to my finger and I ripped it. Oh. But if I just kind of, maybe if I overlay it a little bit here, I can almost follow the line. And then put something small. Do I have a small flower? I do. And maybe a small flower on top. Like this. And then my script. Where did my script go? Didn't I put it right here? Did it get stuck to the bottom of something? Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's over here. There. And then I am going to trim that little bit right there that just kind of peeks up above. Super simple. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I really like it coming down into the other box as well, so I don't know that I'm going to fix that. So our first box at the top, I think I'm going to have that as family. So do I have any family? I have goals and I have home, but I don't really have a family script. At least not there. So that means I'm going to need something to write it in on. And so I have these boxes left. I have these boxes left. I also have these, or the bowstring boxes. I have lots of family members, so I want something smaller, I feel, so I can fit them all in. I'm going to think about how I want to, like what size I want really for that, because I'm not positive. On this side, I think I'm going to do my house stuff, because there's just a lot of things right now, and I want to make sure, well, do I want house there? So I have the things that I want to put here. It's just figuring out which space I want them in. I'm pretty sure I want my YouTube stuff down here this month so that I have more of a divide and more space for each channel. And I was thinking I was going to do my my house stuff on this side, and family and health. What was the other one? There was another one. Hold on. I have them all wrote down. Oh, education. So, I'm thinking maybe I do, like I could do the heart for family. That would be cute. Let's see if I can write a really cute family in there. Not with that pen. That's the not used pen yet. I'm going to use up the other one. Where did it go? That's all? Okay, fine. We're using this one. All right. Now we got to figure out where I want to place it. So I feel like on this side, and then you're leading in. So and of course I want to add something to it. Oh, there was that. Oh, yeah, maybe this one. How am I doing this? I just tried to pick it up and I got stuck again. Sheesh. This poor little remnant of floral is just not doing well. Okay. So I do have this little floral. Do I want that little floral? Maybe. And I have these ones. hard decisions. Yeah, I think that's too big, but maybe if I cut it. Okay, I'm putting it over here this time in hopes that I don't rip this one. Really? Where did the leaf come from? Somebody lost a leaf. So I'm thinking maybe if I do it on this side. Like that. I think I'll like that. So I'm going to leave that like that for the moment and figure out how I want to add in the information I want there. We're going to do health on this one. So education is a longer word. I bet you I'm going to like the way it looks on a longer something. So where's it on this? Because I think that might have been part of the problem. Is I just didn't like the way it looked cramped on that other sticker. Let's try this one actually. Because I think I can just put it right underneath. If I can pick up my little ruler. That could work. I think these might work. Let's put one of these up. So I think what I'm going to do, because I've been like, I took a few minutes and I contemplated stuff on like, how can I make this work and all of that. So I know what I want to do for education. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have 2 arrows here and I'm going to use them for my education space because there are 2 main things that I want to do. So the first one is I need to find a budget. Class. Because I actually have never taken one and I feel it could really be useful to me. And I know that like things like Skillshare and YouTube and other places where I can get free or nearly free classes have to have a budget class. So this month I simply want to find one. I like. And then I can work on how to make sure I'm enrolled in it and all that. And then my other one, which I'll put down here, is I want to continue to try to learn more about planning, especially by using that Patreon site that I'm part of and that kind of thing. I will be the first to tell you I am not an expert in anything. I do a lot of research and I enjoy planning, but what works for me may not work for you, and what works for somebody else may not work for me. So it's always a constant changing thing. So I always constantly want to be looking up new things, finding new things to do, and that kind of thing. It just makes me happier when I'm learning. So there's that one. For family, I feel like I don't have a small enough one in here. So in my leftover stickers slash, this is also like freebies get put in here a lot. So if I go back, so I was flipping through here, sorry guys. If I go back to this page, so I have these little bows from the Giving Girl, and I think the tones are gonna work okay, and so I think I'm gonna use those for my family. So I think I'm gonna put, it's a little hard because I cut myself off on so much on space here with having this hanging down, but oops, I can put my husband at the top, and which makes logical sense, and put his little thing that I want to do. So I want to make sure we schedule dates. We went out last night and we both dressed up and went to a nice restaurant, and I realized it was the first time that we've done that, and I actually don't know how long. Definitely more than 4 years. I mean, we do things together, but actually like formally going out and like legit having a date doesn't happen very often. Like sometimes we'll go see a movie, which hasn't happened since COVID, or we'll watch a movie at home or something like that. Then we have, I'll just go in age order. So my oldest, Ethan, I'll put his name here. So he just got ADD meds yesterday, so we're going to keep close track on that. He also needs to finish his driver's ed stuff, so he has an hour, I think, of night drive time. And he needs his test. For Daniel, who's my next oldest, Dan is going into high school. He'll be a freshman this year, so I want to make sure he's adjusting well. So just be there for adjustment. I'm not super worried about him because he is such an easygoing guy and he has a lot of friends. And he's switching from cross country to weightlifting. They have a weightlifting team. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm going to need to figure out what that entails. Then we have Megan, who's my oldest girl. She is 11, almost 12. So for Megan, I want to, how do I put this? She's getting to that age where she's going to need feminine hygiene products. She hasn't yet, but it's coming soon, I'm sure. So I want to make her a little package to go in her backpack. I know that's a lot of information. We'll just call it a girl package. That way, if she's at school and needs something, she has it. That's my big concern for her this month. Just making sure I get that around for her. And for Miss Emily, who is my youngest, Emily has pretty severe anxiety issues. So the start of the school year we know is going to be rough. And for her, one of the ways that comes out is she doesn't like to bathe and doesn't like to brush her hair. And so we are going to really focus on that this month. I'm learning ways to help her deal with it and other things she can do, because we still need to shower and we still need to wash our hair and brush it. So I'm going to put hair care for her. And if I can, I would love to find her an after school activity. So I'm going to put that too. Because all the other kids have something, but she doesn't. And she would like to. It's just finding the right fit for her is a little bit hard. So that is family stuff. We've got education stuff and now health stuff. So I think I'm going to continue to use some of the things that I got in this same Giving Girl freebie. Maybe I'll use, those might have not been Giving Girl, I'm not sure. But I have these little bows here. I think I'm going to use them. There's 3 of them. So put one up here. And water first. So that means I have a water bottle that has, I think it's 32 ounces. Why am I putting O2? That's not right. H2O before anything. So part of that is the more water I drink, the more it dilutes the stomach acid, and it just makes things better. And if I do that first thing in the morning when it's so concentrated from, things not working through your system overnight, it seems to help the most. So I want to make sure I'm doing that. My next one. So I scheduled to have I think it's Tuesday, we're going to do it, walks with a friend. So I'm going to put Tuesday walks. I figured if I have somebody I have to meet, it's much more likely that I'm going to go and force myself to do it. I can't do huge long walks, but, I can start working up that endurance. I'm going to put Tuesday walks and PT because they kind of go together. And then, of course, here is going to be my food log and weight checks. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and where's my ruler? Somewhere. Under everything here. I can't get it off the table. Okay. So let's try and do this and see how this looks. Okay, the first thing I want is subcounts. So I think I'm going to do those on these two boxes. So let's see here. As of right this moment, my magical planner has 306 subs, which is plus what was last month's count? Hold on. Last month was 186. Okay, that's good. So that's a plus 120 this last month. I don't even know what to say to that. That's amazing. So that tells me I'm on the right track. And then my other channel grows much, much slower. I've had it a lot longer, but it's a much more saturated community. So let's see here. It's also like I named it badly, so it's harder to find. Okay, there we are. I'm at 689. There. What was last month on there? 686. So only +3. But I also have not been putting a lot of content on there, which I'm hoping to change. So I'm going to put this one up here. And put this one over here. All right. The next thing I think I want to put on here is one goal for each of them. And I think maybe I'll use these little bows here for that. So for this channel, I want to make sure I'm incorporating my my other planner a little bit more. So I want to make sure that the Hobanashi is getting in. So I'm just going to put HB for Hobanashi, more videos. And I think for my Disney channel, well, I want to post consistently. And be more active, which might be possible with the kids going to school. The nice thing about the planner channel is this is all stuff I'm doing anyhow, and I do collect pins anyhow, but recording it takes an extra step, so it's not in my normal process. So there is that. And then over here, I was gonna put home, or I'm thinking maybe I just put it as to do, because I did see a to do script in here that was really nice that I thought would work. Let me see if I can find it again. Sorry guys, I missed that the camera turned off. So I put in this to do script, and then I put in a circle that says make a cleaning schedule. I've already started to put that together. That'll be in my Hobanashi, and I'm not exactly sure when that's going to go up, but I have started work on that. And then I'm going to put this one in blue. And I need to redo the kids' chore list. And I need to go through the fire list. So for those of you who are newer, I did have a garage fire. It was an electrical fire. We think it was a extension cord that was faulty, that was plugged in, that shorted out and overheated or something and caused a fire. So we have some damage to our garage and the items therein. And okay, I had to switch out the battery, sorry. So this one is go through the garage list, because as I was saying, we had a garage fire that was no one's fault. It happens. I wish I could have prevented it and know what I know now about extension cords, but it happened. I learned from it. We're moving on and we're trying to fix the things in there that suffered damages. So there is a list of items that I need to go through, and some of them they've marked as damaged that aren't damaged. I'd hoped I'd get through that. I think it was last week, but with all of the back to school stuff and that kind of thing, I just didn't get to it. So I'm putting it on the monthly to-dos because it needs to get done. So go through fire list. I'm putting my husband in charge of the deconstruction and reconstruction of the garage, but kind of with that goes, we have to replace the garage door, all the drywall needs to be replaced, and I'm hoping to get at least that much done before winter hits, but I don't know if that's possible at this point. It would be nice to at least get the garage door up, but in order to do that, you have to have at least the ceiling drywall done. So yeah, I don't know where that's going. All right, so go through fire list. So I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video, that because I have been pretty sick for about a year now. Oh, I forgot to plug you guys in. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, hopefully that sound is better. Anyhow, I mentioned this in a previous video that because I've been sick for about a year, my garden is, we'll say, not pretty. It hasn't been touched in a year, and so it's kind of overgrown, and there are a lot of things there that shouldn't be, so I need to get the garden in order. I will just feel better about our house that way, now that I'm starting to feel better. One of the big things about gardening was bending over is a big issue for me with the acid reflux. It would make me throw up. So I just avoided it, and gardening without having to bend over was challenging. But I'm working on it. So we have that. I do want to have a declutter focus. Use this one down here. And I'm just going to make it a small focus with all the other things that are going on. I didn't get through like the coats and that kind of thing in the closet, so I'm going to say closet declutter. And with that, I need to set up a donation day. Just a set day of the week or every other week that I go and drop off donations. Because if it's scheduled, then it'll get done. If it doesn't get scheduled, then other things kind of get in the way and I don't get it done. So let's see, was there anything else on my general list that I wanted to get done? I don't think so. I am going to put down a couple more of these dots just because I think it's a good idea. I'm sure there are other things that'll come up that I want to add, and just having the last couple of circles here will be a no-brainer. It'll already be there and I can get it done there. As far as deco and stuff goes, overall I'm pretty happy with this, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. I know it's a little bit minimalistic in some ways, so, but that totally works for me. All right, next I'm going to do this page. So I've been contemplating what I want to do because the no spin thing is not working for me. It's not going to. So what do I want to do instead, right? And I think what I want to do is do a tracker of natures of everything I order or buy, and then have just a consciousness of whether or not that item is a want versus a need. So I'm going to put this washi up here at the top to add a little color. And then I can use the other one at the bottom of the page. Just kind of frame it out. Oops. Yeah, that's just not right. Going so straight and then so not. Okay, so I have that. And then I want a box to put in here that I'm going to put budget in, which maybe is this one. Spend tracker, that's what we'll call it. I think that's crooked. I don't know if I can fix that. Not without undo. So I'm just gonna leave it. It'll be okay. I won't look at it that much. So then I'm gonna have columns, or at least areas. So over here I want the date that I ordered, whatever it is, and then what was ordered, order number, tracking, and I should have put more room for order because I'm going to need more room for order. I have white out here. Hold on. I'll just move everything over a little bit. Okay, over here I'm going to have received. Next to that we'll have tracking number. And then order. Okay, I'm going to use my ruler, where it went, to make some lines here. To make this, I mean, I already have the grid lines, but I want to really bring those into focus by kind of tracing them. Well, that's not the best. But we'll work with it, right? Okay. And then this one. then I can make lines across as needed. So that's kind of my thought, just to make me more conscious of the things that I'm ordering and do I really need them and that kind of thing. I think I will finish this out to the end of the page though. The one thing about having a shorter ruler, it's very convenient for a lot of things, but something like this, not so much. So, there. Not perfect, but it should do the trick. So like last night, Sadie Stickers is having a sale and I have no willpower. So we're gonna say 9, what was it, 993. I'm not gonna put in the order number right now, but I did have an order from Sadie Stickers. And then when she sends me tracking, I can put that tracking number here and then I can mark when I've received it. I'm also going to put down a more detailed description here of what I ordered. Like I have 5 random kits coming. And 1 oops bag. And the November kit. I will probably also put in here how much I spent so I can see that and kind of get an idea of that. So that's kind of my thought for this page for this month. Hopefully this works better than last month. Fingers crossed. And that's all I have for today. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and if it was, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That lets YouTube kind of put this video out to more people, so it's really helpful for my channel. And if you like this type of video and other planning videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!